If life feels heavy lately, sit with me, let's talk. Hi guys, I'm Naila, your virtual older sister, and today is Thursday. We're coming to the end of the week, and so much has happened, so many expectations, so much pressure, so much overthinking. And so I don't want this to feel like a video. I want this to feel like a FaceTime call, just me sitting with you talking. So grab your tea, grab your plushie, whatever it is that brings you comfort, and let's talk. I don't know what your week has looked like, but if it felt heavy or confusing or just a lot, then I want you to know that you're not alone in that. Sometimes it's not one dramatic thing, it's just life piling up quietly. All those thoughts and all those responsibilities and all those expectations, just all of it at once. And I think we're really quick to assume that if we feel tired or unmotivated, then something must be wrong with us. But most of the time, it just means we're human. We're not failing, we're just tired. A tired nervous system can look like laziness, it can look like procrastination, it can look like I just can't be asked today. But that doesn't mean that you're incapable. It just means that you've been carrying a lot mentally, emotionally, and just doing all of that by yourself quietly. And I really need you to hear this part. You can be grateful and still be exhausted. You can love your life and still feel overwhelmed by it. Those two things can exist at the same time. Feeling heavy doesn't mean you're ungrateful, it means you're human. And if today didn't go the way you planned, if you didn't get everything done, if you felt slower than usual, that doesn't erase who you are. That doesn't undo your progress. One slow day does not define your entire life. A pause doesn't mean you're going backwards. We live in a world that constantly tells us to do more and to be more and to have everything figured out all at once, and that pressure is flipping exhausting. You don't need to have everything figured out now. Not your whole life, not your next 5 years, not even your next month. You're allowed to be in between. You're allowed to be unsure. You're allowed to be figuring things out slowly. You're not lost. You're just in a chapter that hasn't revealed itself yet. And this one is really important. Rest is not something you earn. Okay? Rest is not something you earn. You don't need to burn yourself out to deserve rest. You don't need to reach a breaking point to slow down. You don't need to justify why you're tired. Rest is part of living. It's maintenance. It's not a reward. If all you did today was get through the day, that counts. If you showed up in the smallest way, that counts too. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're just in the middle of living. So tonight, be a bit gentler with yourself. You don't have to rush becoming. You don't have to have it all together. You're doing better than you think. I feel like a lot of us forget that this is the first time we're living, and there are just so much like expectations and pressure being put on us. We're always being compared to someone else, whether that was growing up, oh, this person's child does this, or during the week you see that maybe one of your colleagues does really well in the job that you're doing, and you're always trying to hold yourself up to that standard. But guys, it's okay. We're all moving at our own pace. We're all figuring life out. And it's okay to want to rest sometimes. It's okay to just let yourself be. You do not always need to be working. You do not always need to be doing things. Just showing up, that in itself is enough. Just making it through the day, that in itself is enough. I feel like we're not reminded of this enough. We use the way that the week went or the way that our day went to define our worth and to define us as people. And that is so far from true. Because if this was your best friend, if this was your sister, if this was your brother, and they came to you thinking that just because they had a bad week, their entire life is ruined, I mean, are you going to agree with that? No. So Please be easier on yourself. Please be kinder to yourself because you deserve that. If you need a break, you need a break. And you don't need to explain yourself. You don't need to justify it. You do not need to always be working. You do not need to get validation from others. If you are feeling this way, your feelings are valid and you need to take care of yourself because no one else is going to do that for you. And that is a hard truth. And that is the reality check. So sometimes we just need to stop. We just need a break. Okay? It's not like you're stopping the entire process. You're taking a pause and that's fine. Okay? Let yourself do that. The fact that you even clicked onto this video, the fact that you wanted that reality check, I am so proud of you because you have acknowledged the fact that you needed something like this to just let yourself be. And that's the first step. I'm really glad you're here and I'm really glad that you stuck to the end to listen to this because I feel like we get so many different types of reality checks, but we don't get the one where we need to prioritize our mental health. So if you did stick to the end of this video, thank you for doing so. And I'll see you in the next one. If you do want to see more content like this, just realistic days in my life, weeks in my life, and what I eat, and just my healing journey, then you can subscribe for more sit down chats like this. And you can also find me on Instagram and TikTok too, because I share little snippets of my day-to-day life on there, little snippets of my healing journey, just a little bit of everything. So yeah, if you like me as a person, feel free to check those out too. The username and everything is going to be in the description box below. So yeah, see you in the next one.